gradual change in the structure of our government. Others can wait. What's happening in the new autonomous regions? If they see that it's good, they might join. So there is more gradualness to it, rather than from day one, you've subdivided the whole country into 11 states.
So this is one fundamental difference, that
Yes.
yours viewed a sort of progressive, gradual shift on a case-by-case basis for interested parts of the country, while Senator Pimentel's region has an automatic, immediate subdivision of
That's
the country
right.
into federal. Well, are there other differences?
Well, with respect to this gradual forming of autonomous regions, we have a formula. When 60% of all the provinces have formed autonomous regions, then that is the time for the federal states.
That's the point of no return.
That's the point,
for the
yes.
country.
Yeah. So it might take 10 years, but that's a very important time for us to learn how to go further about it. The other thing is that we really do not want to create another level of government. Well, we are creating the state, but
Yes.
we are not going to elect another set of officers for the state.
Because in the present Pimentel proposals, and this is where Liling Briones' concerns came up, you would have state legislatures, a state chief executive, and that sort of thing. And so you will now have 3 legislative bodies, for example, a national one, a state one, and then our existing provincial councils. And that sort of thing.
But-
so yours,
Well, yes, there will be 3 levels, but at the autonomous region level or the state level, the governors of the region and the mayor of the capital city of each province in that region will form the legislature.
okay.
So you're not going to elect another set of officers. And they already have responsibility over their provinces and so on. And they have already the experience of the Regional Development Council at present. In every administrative region now, they have the Regional Development Council composed of the governors. So it is just normalizing it. No? And of course, giving them ample powers, which they do not have now. So the idea that another set of officers, another big budget for salaries, will not happen in our proposal.
Although is there anything to prevent them from passing per diems for themselves?
Well, this is where, if the government is brought closer to the people can watch the government.
And in fact,
more
this
closely.
has been a major argument in favor of federalism, that at the time that our present modes of governance were conceived, no one could have imagined we would have such a gigantic population or such different growth economic sort of priorities for the different regions. Now, this brings up an interesting question, because I'm bringing up the question, for example, of per diems, because you and I were on opposite sides in 2005, 2006. Although although in principle, and you know this, I'm quite interested in federalism. We've gone through that divisive experience, and with hindsight, how can we go forward so that, first of all, the public is fully informed of what federalism actually is, and how can they weigh in so that they will be consulted on these proposals?
Yes, we started the consultations in 2005 around the capitals of the regions of the country. And there was a lot of interest at the grassroots, at the local level. And also, we carried the debates to the universities and colleges. The media gave us a lot of coverage. But at that time, the nation was really divided on one issue,
The
President Arroyo. And as this division got deeper and more vicious in a way, the issues of charter chains were obscured. Who is proposing charter chains? If it's the president and his group, her group, then we are opposed to it. So I'm happy now that, as you said, an opposition leader is reviving the idea of federalism or charter chains, because the president and the coalition in power cannot be blamed for initiating it. And the suspicion that the coalition wants to enjoy the advantage that it has, and that the president might extend her term, which is quite improbable.
Well, to be fair, in the Pimentel proposals, there is no provision affecting the current limits on the term of the chief executive. There is no extension of the terms of the Senate. There is only one possible extension, which is only by one term for members of the House, which is minor compared to the way it had been proposed under former Speaker De Venecia, which was to eliminate all term limits for members of the House and to make it unicameral. So what we have here on the table now is a presidential, bicameral, federal system. Do you believe that this is something that is actually more in keeping with what the public expects or is comfortable with?
It's hard to know what the public expects. Even though we had wide consultations in 2005, it's been a lot of time, and people are preoccupied with very many things, personal things mainly. So it's hard to say. But now that the issue of charter chains is reopened, the question is to what extent the people can really be meaningfully involved,
engaged in
it, because there are so many important issues to tackle and to really understand.
Well, let me ask you this. One thing, any political question involves timing. Is this the proper timing? I mean, it got people. I mean, we're pointing out, for example, that many of the causes for divisions in the past charter change proposals have been taken off the table, the president, etc. But now, people are asking, why would the opposition take the lead and do this? And what's in it for them? Is this the right timing?
Well, to me, the right time is now, or is in fact, we started the issue, the campaign for charter chains many years back, and we are really way behind in this. Our institutions are so dysfunctional, and that is why we cannot solve our chronic problems of poverty, injustice, social inequality, bad governance in some parts. So now is a good time. Now the question is that in the minds of people, the debates of 2005 and 2006 made them think that maybe, just maybe, let's wait until 2010.
And in fact, Professor, let me interrupt you there, Bettina, because there's a question.
For our viewer. Pimentel said before that charter shouldn't be changed in GMA's term. Why do you think that he changed his tune?
Well, this goes exactly to what you're about to.
Well, I would not question him, because we are both federalists from way back now. So the timing, I'm happy that he brought it up so that it's now again on the front burner. I don't question motives of people. I'm interested in the consequences of our actions and our decisions. But I was going to say that the debates in 2005 and 2006 made many people think, why not have a constitutional convention? Mm-hmm. The religious people were saying that's the best way to do it. No? All the people will be involved in it. And it seemed then, and it seems now, that the elections in 2010 might be a good time to elect the delegates.
Yes.
To elect the delegates. And then that might be the way to go about it. But I was involved in the Constitutional Convention. I was the elected secretary in 1971. And Senator Angara was there, and Nene Pimentel were there, and Dick Gordon was there. And we also experienced that, in fact, many of the delegates were elected who were relatives of politicians. You know? So I would say maybe 75% of the delegates were from political families. but there were 25 who were young and